We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. What if I told you that most of the time, the signs she's interested in you aren't loud or obvious? They're subtle, almost hidden in plain sight. You might be overthinking every glance or dismissing small gestures that actually speak volumes. Understanding these delicate signals could change everything about how you approach relationships, making the difference between missed chances and meaningful connections. In this video, we dive deep into 7 subtle signs she likes you, unpacking female psychology through the lens of the Stoic mindset. It's about mastering calm observation, reading between the lines, and staying grounded without letting emotions cloud your judgment. Whether you're struggling to decode mixed signals or just want to sharpen your social intuition, these insights will help you navigate the complex dance of attraction with confidence and clarity. Stick with me until the very end, because these clues get more powerful as we go along, and missing even one could mean missing out entirely. Ready to uncover what she's really saying when she's not saying much at all? Let's get started. Number 1, prolonged eye contact. All right, let's talk about something that's so simple yet incredibly powerful: prolonged eye contact. It might seem like a small thing, but if you really pay attention, it's one of those subtle signals that can reveal a whole lot about how she feels. Eye contact isn't just about seeing each other, it's about connecting on a deeper, almost unspoken level. When a woman holds your gaze longer than usual, it's like she's silently telling you, "I'm interested, I'm present, I want to engage with you." This isn't about starring contests or awkward glances. It's about that warm, steady look that speaks volumes. Here's the thing: most people don't understand the power of eye contact. It's an ancient form of communication, older than words. The Stoics, especially, remind us to be aware of our presence and the signals we send. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been, he said. Eye contact is a way to own your presence calmly and confidently. When you meet her gaze without flinching or looking away too soon, you're showing strength, self-assuredness, and genuine interest, all qualities that draw people in. If you want to tune into this sign and make the most of it, start by practicing your own eye contact skills. It's easy to shy away or look down, but what if you challenged yourself? The next time you talk to someone, anyone, try holding their gaze just a second longer than feels natural. See how it changes the vibe. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is growth knocking at your door. When you embrace it, you're not just communicating better. You're becoming more present, more aware, and more magnetic. Another thing to keep in mind is the energy behind the look. Prolonged eye contact isn't a blank stare. It's soft, curious, and engaged. Think of it as a bridge you're building, a connection forming. When she does it, it means she's interested in more than just your words. She wants to connect with your essence. And you should meet that with the same energy. Be calm, steady, and open. That's how real attraction begins, right there in the eyes. If you want to train yourself even further, here's a practical exercise for you. Every day, take a moment in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes, really look, and hold that gaze for 30 seconds. Notice how it feels. Notice if you want to look away and then resist that urge. This practice might sound simple, but it's powerful. It builds your confidence and teaches you how to be comfortable with presence and vulnerability, which is exactly what prolonged eye contact is about. When you can hold your own gaze, you can hold hers. Remember what Epictetus said: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When she looks at you with those steady eyes, you have a choice. You can look away, nervous or unsure, or you can lean into it, hold your ground, and let that moment deepen your connection. Choose to be present. Choose to engage. That's the mindset of a man who attracts naturally, not by force or manipulation, but by genuine strength and calm confidence. So next time you sense that prolonged eye contact, Don't brush it off as coincidence or shy away. Instead, acknowledge it as a sign, a subtle invitation to connect on a deeper level. Let it fuel your confidence. Let it remind you that attraction is not just about what you say, but how you show up with your eyes, your energy, your presence. Start practicing this now. You'll be surprised how much more alive, connected, and magnetic you become just by simply looking and staying looked at with intention. Number 2, mirroring your body language. If you want to truly understand whether she's into you, pay close attention to how she moves when she's around you. Mirroring your body language is one of those subtle, almost unconscious signals that speaks volumes, more than words ever could. It's like a silent conversation happening through gestures, posture, and energy. When someone starts to mirror you, it means they're not just hearing your words but syncing with your vibe on a deeper level. This is the kind of connection that Stoic thinkers would appreciate because it's genuine and rooted in presence, not forced or superficial. Here's the thing, mirroring is not just a random coincidence. It's your brain's way of creating rapport, a bridge that links two people emotionally. You might notice her leaning in when you lean forward or crossing her arms just like you do. Maybe she matches your pace of speech or the way you tilt your head. These small, unconscious acts reveal attraction, comfort, and alignment. It's as if she's telling you without saying a word, "I feel close to you." If you catch this, don't just observe, use it. Meet her halfway. Mirror her too. When you consciously match her movements, you deepen that silent bond and amplify her comfort level. Said the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think of mirroring as a door, it's your way in. Instead of overthinking what to say next or how to impress, focus on this nonverbal dance. When you start reflecting her body language, you're showing empathy and attentiveness without uttering a single sentence. This isn't about mimicry for manipulation. It's about creating harmony, a shared rhythm that feels natural. Practice this intentionally. The next time you're with her, subtly notice her gestures. If she brushes her hair back, try a similar motion shortly after. If she leans forward, meet her with the same energy. Feel how your connection shifts. Try an exercise to build this skill. When you're talking with someone, slow down for a moment and observe their posture and expressions. Don't stare or make it awkward. Just gently align your stance or gestures in response. You'll find that people naturally open up more, conversations flow smoother, and the vibe becomes more relaxed. This is exactly what happens when a woman mirrors you. She's letting her guard down and inviting closeness. Your job is to stay calm and present, not to rush or overdo it. Remember, Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Mirroring is part of that listening process. It's tuning in with your whole body, not just your ears. When you're truly tuned into her, the way she mirrors you will become clearer. Don't just look for it, embody it. This creates a loop of positive energy where both of you feel seen and understood. You want this connection to be effortless, right? So make mirroring your new habit. It's a silent invitation to build trust and attraction. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more she'll feel drawn to you without you saying a thing. It's like speaking a language beyond words, one that resonates deeply and effortlessly. This is the kind of subtle power that the Stoics admired, strength not in loud gestures, but in calm, intentional presence. So start today. When you're next with her, slow down, breathe, and watch how she moves. Match it. Feel how it shifts the dynamic. Notice how your confidence grows when you connect on this deeper, unspoken level. This is your chance to become not just a better communicator, but a man who truly understands the silent dance of attraction. Take that step and watch how the subtle art of mirroring transforms your connection. Number 3, light teasing or playful banter. All right, let's talk about something that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful when it comes to spotting whether she's into you. Light teasing or playful banter. You might think it's just innocent joking around, nothing serious. but here's the truth. When a woman starts teasing you in a fun, subtle way, it's her way of opening a door. It's a sign she's comfortable enough to lower her guard and invite you into a space that's both relaxed and charged with connection. That little spark of playfulness. It's her way of testing the waters, seeing if you can keep up, if you're confident enough to handle it, and if you're worth her time. Think of it like this. A teasing remark, a playful jab, it's more than just words, it's a dance. And when she steps into that dance, she's giving you a glimpse into her mind, showing you that she's interested but also curious about how you respond. This is where the Stoic mindset can seriously level up your game. Said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. When she teases you, don't see it as a barrier or a test to pass nervously. Instead, see it as an opportunity to grow your confidence and sharpen your wit. This is your moment to respond calmly, cleverly, and with a light-hearted attitude that matches hers. If you tend to freeze or take teasing personally, you're missing out. So start practicing right now. Catch yourself when you feel the urge to get defensive or overthink. Remind yourself, this is playful energy, not a critique. Try responding with a quick, clever comeback that shows you're engaged but not rattled. This little shift changes everything. Instead of feeling like you're under a microscope, you become a participant in a game that builds attraction. Here's a simple exercise to make this real. Next time you're chatting with someone, doesn't have to be a crush, even a friend, practice tossing in a little playful jab. Keep it light, maybe about something silly or obvious like a funny habit or a quirky preference. Watch how you feel in that moment. Are you nervous? Comfortable? What's your natural reaction? Then, challenge yourself to respond to any playful teasing you get with the same lightness. This back and forth creates chemistry and builds a sense of intimacy without heavy pressure. Remember, the goal isn't to be the funniest or the wittiest guy in the room. The goal is to be the guy who can be playful without losing his calm, the guy who turns moments of teasing into moments of connection. As Seneca put it, no man was ever wise by chance. You build this skill by choosing to engage, by practicing your calm and confident responses, and by learning to enjoy the dance rather than fear it. When she teases you, it's like she's inviting you into her world in a unique way, one where vulnerability hides behind humor and affection. If you meet that invitation with openness and a steady sense of self, you'll create a magnetic pull that's hard to resist. So next time you catch a hint of playful banter, don't shy away or overthink. Lean in, play along, respond with calm confidence. You'll find that these small moments add up to something much bigger: trust, attraction, and a connection that feels natural. Start seeing teasing not as a challenge but as a bridge. Build your confidence there. Because when you do, you're not just decoding her feelings, you're becoming the kind of man who naturally inspires desire and respect. You're embracing the Stoic ideal of mastering your reactions and turning obstacles into opportunities. Now, take that mindset, step into those playful moments, and watch how your relationships transform. Number 4, finding excuses to be near you. If you've ever noticed a woman consistently finding little reasons to be around you, whether it's casually popping up where you are or steering conversations your way, that's not just coincidence. It's a subtle, powerful sign she's interested. And here's the thing. Understanding this behavior isn't just about catching her attention. It's about tuning into a deeper layer of human connection and the silent language of attraction. When a woman seeks proximity, she's essentially signaling comfort, curiosity, and a desire to bridge the gap between you two. It's a quiet invitation. So, what if you could recognize this, respond to it wisely, and in doing so, unlock a connection that feels natural and genuine? Take a moment to reflect on what's said. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you start seeing these subtle cues as opportunities rather than puzzles, Your mindset shifts, and so does your presence. You become more aware, more grounded, and more in tune with the flow of human dynamics. Instead of waiting for overt signs or grand gestures, you tune into the little things. Those moments when she happens to be near, or when she casually inserts herself into your space or routine, they're breadcrumbs leading you to what could be. Here's the practical part. Start sharpening your observation skills. Next time you're with someone you're interested in, notice how often she finds reasons to be nearby. Does she laugh more when you enter a room? Does she linger a little longer than necessary? Does she accidentally bump into you or ask questions that keep the conversation going? These are your signals. Don't let them slip past unnoticed. Make it a habit to mentally note these moments. This simple awareness will boost your confidence and help you stay present. Now let's take it deeper. The Stoics teach us to focus on what's within our control. You can't control whether she's near you, but you can control how you respond. Instead of brushing off her presence as coincidence or shyness, lean into it. Be calm, confident, and open. Let your body language and attitude welcome her proximity without seeming desperate or needy. A relaxed smile, steady eye contact, and subtle acknowledgement create a magnetic space where she feels safe to keep coming closer. Try this exercise. For the next week, observe not only her actions but your own responses to her closeness. When she's near, how do you feel? Do you tense up or do you breathe easy? Do you engage or do you retreat? Work on meeting her energy with your calm steadiness. Practice grounding yourself with a simple Stoic mantra like Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This mindset will transform your interactions from awkward to effortlessly attractive. Remember, finding excuses to be near you isn't just about physical space. It's about emotional proximity. When she chooses to be around you, she's creating a subtle emotional bridge. Your job is to recognize it, nurture it with steady confidence, and respond with genuine curiosity and warmth. This isn't manipulation. It's tuning into a natural rhythm of human connection. The more you practice this, the more you'll notice how attraction isn't about chasing or impressing. It's about being someone whose presence invites closeness without force. So, start seeing every subtle move she makes toward you as a powerful signal. Let it encourage you to be more present, more attentive, and more you. By adopting this mindset and these habits, you're not just decoding female psychology, you're cultivating a Stoic calm that makes you magnetic. And that kind of presence, it's irresistible. Number 5, genuine and frequent smiling. If you want to truly understand if a woman is into you, one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked signs is her genuine and frequent smile. Now, this isn't about a quick, polite flash of teeth that anyone might give out of habit or courtesy. I'm talking about those moments when her smile lights up her entire face, when it reaches her eyes, and something about it just feels real, sincere, warm, and inviting. When she smiles like that around you, it's a strong signal she feels something special, something beyond casual friendliness. And you need to learn to recognize and appreciate that because it's a rare and precious window into her feelings. Smiling is a universal language, but it's also a subtle one. You see, as reminds us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. A genuine smile is an unconscious gift of that privilege. It's her way of saying, without words, I'm happy here with you. The Stoics teach us to observe without jumping to conclusions, but here, your task is to notice, to be present, and to feel the truth behind the expression. It's easy to miss, especially if you're distracted or impatient, but once you start tuning in, you'll find these smiles becoming beacons, guiding you toward what's real. So how do you develop this awareness? First, practice quiet observation. When you're with her, slow down. Don't rush to speak or fill every silence. Instead, watch her face. Notice when her smile comes naturally, how often it appears and what's happening just before it. Is she relaxed? Is there a sparkle in her eyes? Does her whole body seem to open up? These are clues. Let your mind linger on these moments instead of brushing past them. You're training yourself to see emotional signals, and that's a game changer. Next, don't just be a passive spectator. Invite those smiles by being genuinely present yourself. Smile more, but not fake or forced. Smile because you're engaged and curious. Let your own expression communicate warmth and openness. When you do, it's like lighting a candle in a dark room. Her genuine smiles will start coming more frequently, naturally, as a reflection of the energy you give off. Also said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Start thinking in ways that foster connection, kindness, and calm confidence, and watch the smiles bloom in response. Here's a practical exercise to build this habit. Next time you're with her, or even with others, practice the pause and observe technique. Before you speak, take a brief moment to look at her face, absorb the emotions behind her smile, and let that moment sink in. Then respond with something warm and thoughtful. It might feel awkward at first, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. This simple act shows you're attuned and emotionally intelligent, qualities that women find incredibly attractive and rare. Remember, smiles aren't just random, they're emotional echoes. When she smiles frequently and genuinely in your presence, it means she feels a sense of ease, joy, or even admiration. And that's powerful. But here's the twist. Your job isn't just to notice these smiles, but to create an environment where they happen more often. Be that calm presence, that steady source of positive energy. As Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. You can't control her feelings, but you can control how you show up. Choose to be authentic, patient, and attentive. When you do, those genuine smiles will become a frequent part of your connection. Finally, keep in mind that smiling is contagious. When you give warmth, you get it back. So don't be afraid to open up your heart first, even in small ways. Compliment, joke, listen deeply. Every genuine smile you spark is a tiny victory on your path to connection. Start seeing her smiles not just as signals to interpret, but as invitations to deepen your bond. When you embrace this, you're not just guessing if she likes you, you're cultivating an environment where attraction grows naturally and beautifully. The power is in your hands. Take it. Number 6, asking personal questions. When she starts asking personal questions, you might not always catch the significance right away, but trust me, this is one of those subtle signs that can tell you she's genuinely interested in you. It's not just idle curiosity or small talk. When a woman digs deeper, wanting to know what makes you tick, what drives your thoughts, your values, and your dreams, she's opening a door into her own curiosity and care. This isn't about surface-level chatter, it's about connection. And here's the key. If you want to understand her better and create a bond that feels real, you have to respond with openness and intention. Don't shut down or deflect. Instead, lean in. Think of it like this. Stoicism teaches us to be present, to focus on what we can control, and to live with purpose. Said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When she asks you a question that requires more than a yes or no, you're being invited to show that strength, not by guarding your words, but by sharing your inner world. This is your chance to be real, to reveal who you are beneath the surface. And don't worry about saying the perfect thing. Authenticity beats perfection every time. It's the honesty in your response that creates trust and attraction. Now here's a practical habit to build. The next time she asks you something personal, pause before you answer. Use that moment to connect with your own thoughts and feelings first. What does this question really mean to you? Why might she want to know this? Then, answer in a way that's genuine but also invites further conversation. You can say things like, "That's interesting you ask, hear what I think," or "I haven't really thought about it that way before." This not only shows you're engaged but sparks curiosity and encourages her to share more too. It's a two-way street. Remember Epictetus, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening is your superpower here. Building this skill doesn't just improve how she sees you, it rewires how you relate to everyone around you. Imagine carrying yourself through life with the calm confidence of a man who's unafraid to be vulnerable, who welcomes meaningful dialogue instead of fearing it. That kind of energy is magnetic. So, challenge yourself to practice daily reflection. Ask yourself, what do I want to share about myself today? What's worth opening up about? Then, when the moment comes, you're ready. You're no longer reacting, you're responding with purpose. Also, notice how asking personal questions isn't always about getting answers. Sometimes, it's about creating a safe space. If she's comfortable enough to ask, she's signaling that she wants to lower the walls between you. Your job is to meet her halfway, be the calm center that welcomes this exchange without judgment or rush. As Seneca advised, associate with people who are likely to improve you. When you recognize these signs, you're being invited to elevate your interactions. Don't let it slip by unnoticed. Lastly, make it a habit to ask personal questions yourself. This is not about interrogating, but about showing genuine interest. When you initiate these conversations, you're stepping into the role of a man who values depth, who understands that connection is built through curiosity and care. This will not only boost your confidence, but help you tune into the subtle cues she's giving you. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel to engage in these exchanges, and the more you'll see her opening up in return. So here's your challenge. The next time you sense an opening, ask something that matters. It could be about her goals, her passions, or even her fears. Don't rush it. Let the conversation breathe. You're training yourself to be present, intentional, and connected, the qualities that define a high-value man. Remember, the Stoics believed that the quality of your relationships reflects the quality of your life. Start now. Embrace those personal questions as opportunities to grow, to connect, and to become someone worth knowing deeply. Number 7, remembering small details about you. You know, one of the quietest but most powerful signs she's genuinely interested in you is when she remembers the little things, those tiny details about your life that most people wouldn't even notice or bother to recall. It's easy to underestimate this, but think about it for a second. When someone keeps those small pieces of your story close, it means they're paying attention, truly present, and emotionally tuned in. This is no casual behavior. It's a subtle way she's showing she cares, and it's a sign of genuine connection. So, if you want to start recognizing this in your interactions and even use it to deepen your bonds, you have to train yourself to notice these nuances too. Said, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look." What if you applied that inward focus outwardly? What if you committed to remembering the small things about her, just as she does with you? This mutual attention to detail is more than romantic. It's a form of respect, a foundational block for any meaningful relationship. So your job is twofold. Become aware when she mentions or recalls something you've told her before, and reciprocate by doing the same. This creates an unspoken dialogue of care, a silent agreement that you both matter beyond surface-level conversation. Try this. Next time you're chatting with someone you want to connect with, mentally note something specific she says. Maybe a favorite movie, a hobby she's passionate about, or even a small frustration she mentions. Later, bring it up naturally. Don't just say, "I remember you said." Instead, weave it into the conversation so it feels effortless, like it's a natural part of your interaction. This shows her you're genuinely engaged and, more importantly, that you value what she shares. The effect is subtle but profound. It plants a seed of trust and attraction without forcing it. This habit of paying attention to details also sharpens your own emotional intelligence. Epictetus reminds us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about catching the emotions and intentions behind them. When you focus on remembering small details, you're practicing active listening, which makes you more present and grounded. This presence is magnetic. Women pick up on it even if they can't put it into words. You can build this muscle by journaling your daily conversations. Spend 5 minutes after social interactions jotting down snippets that stood out. Over time, this habit trains your mind to hold onto those seemingly minor but meaningful details. It's like mental weightlifting for your connection skills. Plus, reflecting on these moments lets you understand patterns in what she values or cares about. And when you bring those insights back into your conversations, it deepens the connection even further. Don't just rely on your memory, though. Use tools like subtle reminders on your phone or notes in a journal so you don't miss the opportunity to show you care. The goal is to be consistent, not perfect. Remember, Stoicism is about progress, not perfection. As Seneca said, no man was ever wise by chance. Developing this skill takes intention. You're rewiring your brain to notice what others overlook, and that alone sets you apart. This isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about cultivating genuine curiosity and respect for the other person's inner world. When you remember what she loves, fears, or dreams about, you're telling her, without words, "You matter to me." And that message, it's irresistible. So take this seriously. Start today by tuning in more deeply. Notice those small details she shares. Commit to remembering them and bringing them up in future conversations. Watch how the dynamic shifts when she realizes you're truly paying attention. That subtle acknowledgement creates warmth, trust, and desire. It's a silent way of saying, "I see you," which is one of the most powerful things you can give someone. In the end, it's not just about winning her affection. It's about growing into the kind of man who values presence, who listens with intent, and who makes others feel genuinely understood. That's the essence of attraction rooted in Stoic wisdom. You can do this. Start practicing now, and watch how your relationships transform. And there you have it, 7 subtle signs she likes you, decoded through the lens of female psychology and the wisdom of the Stoic mindset. Remember, understanding these quiet signals isn't just about knowing if she's interested. It's about cultivating patience, awareness, and emotional clarity, the very traits that make you truly magnetic. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights that blend psychology with timeless Stoic principles. Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. I love hearing your stories and helping you navigate this fascinating journey of connection and self-mastery. Until next time, stay calm, stay confident, and keep mastering the art of attraction.